Are you on there as well?
No.
So it should pop up that we're streaming.
I'm just going on as admin.
Yeah. Well, it's just appeared on mine. If you use headphones, that way you can let me know if there is volume.
Okay.
Yeah, there is. It's all good. Hello folks, we're just going to do a little pyrography stream today, so I hope you stick around and enjoy. If you've got any questions, Sarah Nova is on hand, and I'm here as well to answer stuff.
Hello!
Yep, Sarah Nova, I'm just going to point the camera around to her. Ba, ba, ba. There's a Sarah Nova.
I have tea.
There's a Sarah Nova witchy corner.
It's a mess.
Back to my face, which is also a mess, but a pretty mess. And I'm going to point the camera down to where the action is happening, which is back where the duck was. There is the duck. The duck does have a name. It is, I believe, Horatio.
Yep.
Yay, I got the duck's name right.
Hooray!
Let's get rid of the duck and bring out
The bunny.
the bunny, the little Ostara bunny, which we found in Poundland of all places. I've not done anything on their wood before, so I'm going to give it a little go with just a simple little triple moon design there, which I've already drawn out. I've got my little pyro nib here. I'm just going to get that warmed up. I have a preference for using this little arrow-headed tip. I like it for lots of fine line work and funky little shapes that I can do. Make sure I've got my spare bit of wood off to one side so I can check the temperature. You can see where I've checked the temperature lots of times. Perfect. That's going to be a nice simple bit of line work I'm doing to start off with. I'll keep that wood close by. So we've got a little bunny here. You can see it's already been cut out. It's going to be a nice simple little triple moon. It also has a little holder in its paws where you can put something. In fact, there's something that you put in there. There's a little test tube for your little daffodils or your plants or your seeds and your herbs, or your vodka shot to help you wake up in the morning.
Shots.
Shots. It's all about the shots, baby. So yeah, we're just going to get on with it.
Drink responsibly.
Very responsibly. Don't drink and drive. You will only spill it. But yeah, you can see I've already drawn a little triple moon on there as well. That's just what we're going to burn in first. Okay, I will be turning this around every now and then just to get a nice comfortable position. This wood burns very easily, so I'm just going to turn it down from the 500 that I was on, or 520, down to 400. We've already got our first line on there. Nice little curve. I do apologise for my somewhat heavy breathing. I'm suffering a little bit from allergies today. It tends to happen every time, or every year at this time of year. I am a victim to my allergies, sadly. That wood is burning very nicely. One little crescent moon. I'm not pushing this nib into the wood, I'm just running it over the top. A little bit wonky, but that's okay. Yeah, it's going to be our nice little Ostara bunny with a little triple moon on it. Just a simple little thing to start off with. I've got some much larger designs to be doing afterwards. Nice little Ostara Blessings bunny. I'll put his little shot glass back in. As simple as that. Now you could write Ostara Blessings down on there or something. I'm quite badly dyslexic, so if I try and write, it'll be quite messy. I'm going to move on to something else now. Got a little pencil case lid. A little star on there. This is made, I think, from balsa, so it burns really easily. Don't be afraid to use a template when you're doing any designs. Also, make sure you're doing your pyrography in a well ventilated room, especially if you're asthmatic or anything like that, like I am.
This is why I don't have the incense going while you're doing pyrography.
No, I think that would overwhelm me far too much. If you do use a little template for your designs, don't forget they are just that, they are only a template. You don't have to stick to them 100%. I like doing all this by hand because it gives the things character. We attend lots and lots of markets as traders and as visitors, and people always say that their pyrography is hand done, hand finished and handmade. Handmade is a very dangerous word or phrase to use. Handmade means you've done it all by hand. Hand finished, however, means you've probably put it in front of a computer printer and let that do all the work, and then you've just finished it off in a few places with a bit of sandpaper or something like that. I have absolutely nothing against people that do computer pyrography. I just think it's a bit cheeky to say that it's hand done. I'm going to use the side of this because it's nice and flat to do these for a little bit. Makes it just a little bit easier. Balsa wood burns really easily, so you don't want a high temperature setting at all for this. I'm using 400. That's even probably a bit too hot. Now we've got the moon to do, and then we've got the other side as well. I drew all these on before the stream, just to make things a little bit quicker. I am not at all a gifted or talented artist in any way, shape or form. I can barely draw a stick man. So it's okay, I think, to use templates. Have a shape that you like, print it out, and it's all fine. Now when you're burning on wood, you're going to find little burrs in the wood as well. And as much as you might want a nice straight line or curved line, the burrs in the wood will kind of change the direction of your pyrography nib as well. On to the other side. This one's a nice series of moons. This will be a nice little pencil case or makeup box or something like that, whatever you want to use it for. If you want to put stones or runes or makeup and whatever in there, it's all good. And these boxes are going to get varnished as well, and that will happen after the stream because that's a very boring part to watch. Now, every now and then I have to take the nib off of the wood just to allow it to warm up properly. recipe again. All different types of woods have different temperatures at which they burn, or rather temperatures at which they're good for pyrography. Balsa wood, I generally have my burner set for 350 normally, so at the moment it's at 400.
Hi, Jem.
And good afternoon, Jem. We hope you are doing well today. Just doing one of our little pencil cases, or makeup cases, or stone cases. You can use it for whatever you like, really. So we've got that side, and then the little lid for it as well. And this will get varnished off stream. Next thing we're going to do is one of our little plaques. Let's go for this one. So these can be used as coasters or as little decorative things. This one's just a nice simple moon and star. So you can pop a bit of string onto it and hang it above your bed or something like that, just to promote nice dreams. I'm going to use the flat edge of the nib for a nice straight line. I do like the little curls of smoke that you get coming up from this. Because this wood is a bit tougher than balsa, I have the heat set for 520. One nice little sweet dream star. Let's do the rest of the moon that goes with it, shall we? A little burr in the wood with the wood rings there that was trying to make my pyrography tip go in a strange direction that I didn't want it to go. But you know what? It will give the moon a little bit of character, which is one of the things that I love about hand pyrography. Well, that's one part of the moon done. Now for the next part. I'm always really cautious when I go around the rings of the wood, because I know that they will dip and burn far differently to the wood around them.
Hi, Tasha.
Good afternoon, Tasha. Which Tasha do we have?
We have Lot Tasha.
Ah, Tash Morrigan. Good afternoon, Tash. I have but one request, Tash. No puns. Mostly because this is hot stuff and I don't want to be burning myself. Just going to wait for that nib to warm up just a little bit more again. There we go, one little sweet dream moon. Oh, Sarah, can you pass me the... We have a special gift for you, Tasha. Just for you, seeing as you're here. Just going to pop that there. Just going to turn off the pyrography machine for just a moment. Now this won't make sense to anyone else whatsoever, but Tasha, spray bottle. And let's get back on with the pyrography. Cameras want to move around, bear with me 1 second. There we go. Okay, so we've got a nice 5 moon thing here. Not really sure what I was doing when I designed this one. There's a triple moon and then another triple moon as well. I figured, why the heck not? I'm going to start on the moon in the middle. Just turn it ever so slightly as I go. I think with the coasters, it's easier to turn the coaster than it is the actual pyro pen. I call it a pen, it's not really a pen, but you know. Easiest word for it, I guess. Lots of smoke from that one. Cool. Hopefully you saw that smoke on the stream just then. Let's do these moons.
Okay, designing our new business card.
Yep.
What socials do you want on there other than Facebook, Instagram, Ko-fi and Twitch?
I think that's it.
And Etsy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Speaking of Etsy, when you get a moment, could you throw the link up into the chat? Same with the Ko-fi, if folks would like to support us on Ko-fi. It would indeed, Tash, it would indeed. These are the perfect size for the Star Schmucks cups to be put onto, especially the cold drinks. Once they're all varnished and fully sealed, then the heat from the cup isn't going to warp them in any way, shape or form. And the water isn't going to damage it either. These ones will be appearing on our Etsy page in just a couple of days. Probably Thursday or Friday, I think.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Two down. But yeah, the triple moon design, mostly associated with the triple aspect of the goddess across a few different faiths, which predominantly stem from Norse heathenry and Celtic in origin, which means they are mostly European and Britannic. And by Britannic I mean from England.
It also stems from Hellenism as well.
Yep, it was indeed used in Hellenism. There's a lot of blurring the lines when neo-paganism become popular all had its big revival thanks to Victorian spiritualists and their spiritual churches. So it all goes kind of hand in hand with the big revival of all that sort of stuff. Sometimes in wood like this you get little pockets of resin as well, and they'll spark up and flame for just a moment and do a huge puff of smoke. Hopefully I won't run into many of those on today's burns.
Cash, we said no puns.
I guess like
I will get the spray bottle.
there we go. A double triple moon design can be used for whatever you want. But I think that'll look quite nice on an altar with a candle just in the middle there. Then that way you're getting the power of the triple moon coming from all 4 points of the compass. I think that'd be very nice. Right, let's dig out our next one. Okay, so looks like your bog standard pentagram, but if you look closely around the edge you can see there's some loop work. This was inspired by some Tudor knotwork that I'd seen, or Tudor roses that I'd seen. I thought it would be nice to incorporate the Tudor roses into a pentagram as well. I think that'll work really well. For this one I am going to use a ruler just to keep the lines nice and straight. But metal ruler isn't going to burn, and it's been kept in a moderately warm place, so it's not going to soak up all of the heat from the nib, which I'm going to turn up to 600 because this wood is a little bit tougher and there's quite a few lines in it. I can get a centimetre done before it cools off because of the metal. Just wait for that to warm up again so it'll go nice and rosy on the tip. Line one, a nice thin line, which is a good thing about using the ruler. It keeps it all nice and kind of precise. Also means that the nib doesn't lean at an angle and you don't get a deep burn or an angled burn. And hello and welcome into Al, or LP3D as we also know him. A fantastic 3D printer. Sarah, could you do a shout out for Gems Emporium and LP3D for us, please?
I will certainly try.
Yep. The ruler is warming up now, so I can go that little bit further with the lines. I know that with the heartwood you tend to get quite a lot of resin in that area, and that's where it can always spark up and flame quite a lot more. And we hope everyone's Monday is going really well. Everyone deserves to have a good Monday. So yeah, the links that Sarah Nova's just thrown up are two people that we love seeing at various markets. They're always so busy all the time, and it's just great chatting with them as well. And they're both very popular at the Orpington Alternative Market, which we happen to run.
And their products are incredibly tempting.
They are. In fact, I've had a couple of pieces done by LP3D, one of which was a custom design that I'd specifically asked for, and he was incredibly happy to do for us. It's not been painted or anything yet, it's just off to one side. In fact, I'll be able to show you those for just a moment. Just going to point the camera up to them. So you've got the wolf skull just there, which does fit my face, and then the other skull just there. I'll take my glasses off for this. Get rid of that spare head. So there we go. A nice articulated jaw. I'll probably wear a black mask under this. Get right in there. So yeah, I'm not going to wear this for the rest of the stream though, because I can't see without my glasses and they don't fit over this. I'm going to pop that back.
Recapitate the mannequin.
Yep. I'll have to sit down like that for now, that's fine. So yeah, there we go. That's one of the items that, well, that's items that LP3D done for us. Let's get back on with the burning, shall we? I'm just going to wait for the nib to warm up again properly. Ooh. Yes, Tash, it can be used as a black spiral dancer for Camarilla Invictus. So when we need a prop for one, we have the prop ready.
Be afraid, be very afraid.
Yep. It wasn't purchased for that reason though. I purchased it because I wanted it. Pure and simple. I liked it, I saw it, I wanted it, I asked LP3 to do it, and they did. And I'm very happy that they did as well. A super fast turnaround from them. I collected it at one of our events. Oh, which Jess? Viola Jess.
Relative of yours, Jess.
Oh, that Jess. Hello, Jess. Yeah, you're going to have to come to one of our markets at some point, Jess, to sell your wares. I think they'd be very popular. Some of our gem sellers that we have do amazingly. But yeah, this pentagram, like I say, was inspired by the Tudor rose. Careful of some of the burrs in this wood because they are trying to push the pyro pen in directions I don't want it to go. Yeah, it makes it a little bit more flower-like. And we hope everyone is, like I said earlier, is having an amazing Monday. I'm quite caffeinated, so I'm very happy. And it's good to be doing a stream again as well.
We'll be having many streams this week.
Yeah, we've got some more later on in the week. Sarah Nova will be doing streams as well, unboxing some of her witch casket goodies, I believe.
Yep.
And then I might even be doing another pyrography stream later on in the week as well. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, having a car is always important. It's one of the things that has stopped us from attending so many events, not being drivers ourselves. So we're so reliant on public transport. And for the much longer journeys, we're very reliant on friends and family.
We have spin tables, Tasha. It's just for something this delicate and precise, they're a bit too big.
What was that, sorry?
Using a spin table like pottery and bakers do.
Yeah, unfortunately with that, the spin tables move really, really fast. And it would move the design when I don't want it to move. But it is a very good idea. I know some people have used them to good effect. Okay, most of the way done with our Tudor rose pentagram. It'll also be quite difficult to see some of the lines on here. Okay, I'll very possibly colour these in accordance with the elemental colours as well. There we go. In fact, I even have another circle on the inside of there, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it like that. Then this will get painted and varnished off stream. slightly more complicated design now. A little triskel with some what's going to be deep burns on the other parts of it where it's shaded in.
We're doing alright, Jess.
Yeah, everything's ticking along nicely. We've had to drop a number of events because they just were not, I'm going to sound like a businessman, they weren't profitable at the end of the day. When you're spending 80, 90 quid on travel to get there and only making 200 quid, you're then not really covering your basic costs. So we had to drop quite a lot of events. And some events also weren't advertising themselves overly well. So it was just getting the same people over and over. And if they've already bought your products, they're not likely to buy again. I guess that's where crystal sellers and soap sellers all have it a lot easier than other crafters, because you're always going to need more crystals, you're always going to need more candles and soaps and wax. But
I do.
Yeah. But for the static items like ours, our placards and wheels a year and tarot boards and things like that, you only need one or two of those and then that's it. So we have to keep on coming up with new products, which we do. We have those on our Etsy store, which have been a little bit controversial, which is always fun.
Some slightly NSFW products in there.
Yeah, they're all, some of the other products we have on our Etsy are adult products, which we can't post onto Facebook.
Because we'll get put in Facebook jail.
Yeah, despite all the smut that gets posted on there.
How do you know that?
I have Facebook. Smut gets posted on there. That's what happens. I mean, heck, we even get people trying to post it to our group and our page.
Folksy isn't one we've tried yet.
Folksy, I don't think I've even heard of that one.
It's a UK equivalent to Etsy.
Ah, okay.
But when I last had experience with Folksy, it wasn't that big or popular.
Yep. Yeah, there was a few that all popped up around the same time. So there was at one point a lot of controversy around Etsy and some of their business practices. And it's meant to be for people that are handcrafters like ourselves, but we noticed a huge surge in resellers, people buying things on bulk and then just selling it on as if, and trying to use it just like a normal web shop, and it's not for that at all.
Yeah, Etsy can be quite tricky. Nick leaves most of that up to me.
Yep.
I'm slightly more tech savvy than he is at times.
Yep.
Unless it comes to phones. Never figure out how to work my phone.
Okay, that's the bulk of the design done. I'm just going to change the head. Bear with me one moment. Got to wait for that to cool down.
Yeah, better at those curves.
Yeah, definitely. Let's make sure that's all cooled down enough. Yep, it's not burning the wood, which is good. It's still, however, incredibly hot. So I'm going to leave that on there to cool down. We've got a different tip in this now. This will just give us a different ability to burn in a different way. That turned on. That will start glowing red nice and quickly. Give that a moment. Let's test up there. Yep, get some nice shading done with that, I think. Okay. Get some nice puffs of smoke with this tip as well. Okay, we get in there, and then just the outside design. Cool down just a little bit too much there. There we go, it's nice and red again.
Your Mystical Market. We are doing that one in August, aren't we, Helen?
Sorry?
Your Mystical Market.
We are indeed, yes. Yep. Well, who was asking?
Yes.
Yep, we're at that one. It'd be nice to get down there. Unfortunately, hotels down that way are really bloody expensive. It's crazy. It's not like it's a big commuter place or anything. I was really surprised when I looked at the price of hotels and B&Bs in the area. Yeah, the Famshire market will have all of our resin ware and all of our pyrography bits. And then we'll probably do the after party as well. And then we'll be trading on the second day as well. With the after party, you've got to make sure you've got a banging costume for it as well. Will you be trading at it or just visiting? Okay, we've got another triquetra here. Just going to let that nib warm up.
Oh, Jess is trading as well.
Awesome, that'd be really cool. Okay, the tip of that is nice and red. Nice deep burn on that one.
See you later, Jess.
All right, have a good day, Jess. Stay safe. Do we still have Jem with us?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's a shame. I was going to ask him a question about something. I'll have to ask him offline. That's okay. For such a simple design, this is a lot of hard work.
Not that simple.
Well, it is. It's just all the additional burns that go with it. So we've got one more small design like this, and then we've got 3 very large designs to do. A little bit of spark up and flame there. A little bit's burnt me, but that's the price you pay when you do pyrography. So my hand has cramped up so much. So the one holding the pen, even though it's rubberized and like meant to be heat proof, it's really bloody hot. So it's burning my fingertips a little. We've then got the outer ring to do as well. God. Just gonna stretch my fingers a little bit. Yeah, as I was saying earlier on, you get burrs in the wood that make the pyrography nib go in places you don't want it to go. So when you've got the difference in wood there, the grain, you've got to be careful when you're going along it. Some of the wood burns a lot easier than other parts of it, so you've got to be careful with that as well. Just like that bit there. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. Yeah, good thing with this compared to a pen, it's a little bit thicker than your standard pen. It's probably about the same thickness as a printer pen though. And I suspect I would be rubbish with a printer pen due to my dyslexia. My brain would associate it too much with writing or drawing and not as a tool, and so it just kind of sabotaged me. Yeah, nice, very simple triquetra. I say simple. You've just seen it's not as simple as it looks. This one is going to be an absolute pain in the backside. You can't see it too well at the moment But once I start shading stuff in, you will be able to see it. I'll try and figure out the best way to do this one. Turn the temperature down just a little. Make sure the nib is nice and clean. I'm also going to swap over to an ultra fine ballpoint. I'll do that off screen. I don't use the ballpoint tip very often, but I think I kind of need to with this design. When the design comes out, you'll see just what it is. So each of these tips also have different temperature capabilities as well. So you've got the little 1mm ball on this. It will get very hot, but so will the bars either side of it. So when you're using it, you have to be very careful to be above the design and not to the side of it. Otherwise you're going to get splashback burning where it burns around the edges. But you can see just on the tipper there, the ball isn't flush with the very end, it is at an angle, so you can kind of write with it. Okay, I'm just going to check the temperature for that. No, that's not the right tip at all for this. Now that I've seen the effect of it, I'm not going to use that tip. It wouldn't be suitable at all. So I will go back to my favourite one, the arrowhead. It is the one I use the most, to be fair. It's the one I'm most comfortable with. So we're going to go back to this tip. So the ballpoint one just wasn't good enough, I think, for what I want to do. Turn that temperature down. That's better. I've got a moderately low temperature, 440. It's going to take a few passes, but that's okay. Turn that up just a bit. There we go, 500. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to change the design as I go on this, just a little, and you'll see why. Because the amount of rings in this wood, it's actually going to be quite a tricky design to get right. If it's just a flat piece of wood, it wouldn't be so bad. This is a very tough bit of wood. Little pair of antlers. And I'm just going to use this to shade around the edge a little bit as well. Let's turn the temperature right down on it, back down to 400 or so. This shading, ever so slight though it is, will then also interact with the varnish that we put on as well, or the wax I think for this one, just to keep it nice and clear. The shading work is what's going to take the longest on this. So what I'm going to do is finish that off another time and move on to one of our larger projects. And this is a huge item. Let's get the camera right up to this. So far we've been working on teeny tiny things. So we're now working on something significantly larger. A nice goddess figure. Again, we're going to stick with our nice little arrowhead for this one. Make sure it's a nice good temperature as well. I'm just going to grab a quick swig of drink, bear with us. And let's pop her that way, so you can see her as she comes to life. I always find it easier to work on large items than the small ones, in all honesty. The face of the goddess with the triple moon crown above her. once I've done this large design, I'll also be decorating it with some little shapes around the edge, just to really give it some nice texture. And it will get varnished tomorrow and then be on our Etsy store by Friday. Okay, we're getting there with it. And we're getting there with this one. It's going very nicely, I think. Let's do her lower half now. just very briefly, you'll notice that I've got some very solid lines on here, and the very dark part in the womb. Then around the womb, or around the thing in the womb, I've done a lot more scratchier style application of the pen. That's just to give it a more organic look. That's all it is really. And then I'm just going to get back to doing some standard line work again. Then we've just got a couple of crescent moons to do either side of her. The crescent moons will get painted before the whole thing gets varnished, and then they'll get painted again afterwards as well. There'll be a nice silver and gold. Almost done. And there she is, in all her glory. So this will be a silver and a gold moon, and then it will get varnished, and then they'll get painted again. I'll pop that off to one side. Next up, we've got a Yggdrasil, the Tree of Life. So again, it's got the moons above and below because I like that design. But I'm basically going to do the moons. I'm going to change the nib. Oh, my music has stopped. Bear with me. Let's see what's happened to our music. There we go. So yeah, I'll basically do the moons and then I'll change the nib and burn in the rest of the design. The moons that are under the tree I'm going to do dark, then the ones that are above I'll do light. Just so I can change how I use this nib a bit. Let's do the upper parts or upper moons in the traditional way. That way they're a nice mirror to each other. I think once I've done these moons, I'm going to end the stream because my eyes are getting quite stingy from the smoke, and then I can carry on with this another time for you all. I also don't want to do sloppy work because of smoke and stingy eyes. There's one of the drawbacks of doing pyrography, all the smoke that you get. I'm just going to do a little recap of what we've done today. So we've got the moons started on this one, and then we've done the goddess. We've done our little box, Domino's box, jewellery box, call it what you will. And we've got our little triquetra, a little triskel, our Tudor Rose inspired pentagram, a little Sweet Dreams moon, and the double triple moon. We also made a start on colouring around the edges of the antlers, and we got our little Ostara bunny as well with his little shot glass. So folks, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for the little chats we've had along the way. We've still got more designs to do another day and things to finish off. But until then, stay awesome folks. Bye bye.
Toodles.